Uh, this is a basic hand loom, as was produced by local joiners most likely, and just for many years, always been particularly the same. And the basic thing is that you've got a warp and you've got weft, and the warp carries from the rear to the front, and the weft carries from side to side through what we call a shed. And you can see it there, how the ends part to make a shed. Now then, years back, before 1733, a man would pass the shuttle across from side to side, changing and back again, and he'd finish up with a similar cost as we have now showing. Later, through modern improvements, 1773, there was a man called John Kay invented what was called the flying shuttle. And the flying shuttle simply changed the shed and moved the string, and away it went. Brought the ant tree forward and changed the shed again and took it back. That improved production by, I should say, at least 75%, and controlled and made a better cloth. Later, the same family man, he made what they called a rise and fall box. And this, the advantage of this was that as he changed, he made a rise, and as you can see, can you cut it in there? Yeah. A rise and fall. There. So he started with 2. Yeah. Started with 2 and away. I didn't, did I? I didn't. This is when we got to stop, when we don't just get it right. Something wrong with that. That's something else I have to put really to put in, isn't it? Every time he changed his throw, it to bring his tree forward to fasten it in, and it made it so he could weave another colour without stopping to change the bobbin in his shuttle. That's the bobbin there, and so it saved him changing shuttles. And it progressed and progressed until it went to 4 or 5, whichever they chose. After the flying shuttle was made, a weaver, a good weaver, could run 40 picks. Each time the shuttle goes across is called a pick. And he could weave at 40 picks per inch. So there again, the production again was increased. Now all the family was involved in the weaving, right from his wife spinning the yarn, everybody setting it up, and the children then had an important job to wind the bobbins. This took a bit of skill, and because it had got to be shaped correctly so that it flowed off into off the shuttle, and the idea was that the children wound the bobbins ready for the father or the weaver to weave sufficient the day following. And as you can think, he'd require quite a lot to keep him going, and most likely he'd weave 20 yards a day. And so that's it. But everybody was involved, and well, that was the beauty of the job, of being able to do it all in his own home and everything else. You can see there now how that bobbin has got to be wound so that it doesn't trap itself, and you've got a cone shape to put it on, and then it runs off easy. If it drags at all, that's when you lose your momentum on your weaving. And so there's a bit of skill into winding a cop. Right, we'll have a go then. You can see how important it is that there should be no snags on the filling of the cone or cop, because if it snags, it stops the shuttle, and so it stops. Wants to be able to flow off nice and even all the time. I mean, I put that knot on there because there was a little bit on, say, there, but it's got to be able to run off just like that. If it doesn't run easy, wants to be able to pull it off without the shuttle moving, and then there you are, you can weave like billy-o. And a full cop there would do similar to that. 2 inches, good 2 inches.